Um, so I am sitting here in my kitchen, and I had a few people ask me just through text message, where are y'all in the foster process? And I realized, oh my gosh, we have not like updated anyone in a few months. So, or since we found out about being home study approved. So we got officially licensed. I'm gonna try to make this as fast as possible because Zachary doesn't like when I film videos without him, but I feel like this is a need. So we got licensed 2 weeks ago. It was exciting. It was awesome. We were so thankful. And then we got a call within the first 48 hours. And people are probably like, well, I didn't know you got a call. You don't have a kid. I'm like, no, we don't. So the first call we got, after praying and just talking through it, and honestly, praying and talking through it was like a 10-minute thing. Like, we got a call for an emergency placement, and the social worker said, here's all the information. And then I ran into Zach and said, hey, here's all this, and we need to make a decision as fast as we can. So we talked about it. We called our licensure specialist, our social worker who licensed us, and she was just, she told us, she was like, if it's not right, do not say yes. Like, don't say yes. They'll call another parent. And it was hard. It was like, okay, well, we don't feel like we need to say yes here, but aren't we supposed to say yes? Like, we're foster parents. And so I kind of want to talk into that really as fast as I can, because I don't want this video to go longer than 5 minutes. But basically, no situation in foster care is going to be perfect, because kids are coming out of a situation that isn't great. That's why they're coming into CPS custody. But we have to evaluate our home and what's going on for us, and kind of what's happening in our world. And that placement, that call that came in, just it was not gonna, I hate to say the word fit, but like, it just wasn't gonna work out. And so we said no, and man, I was just guilty for like 2 days, I feel like. But it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. Because, you know, I actually had a sweet friend who was able to accept placement. And it's really cool to see how God is working in this community and is already, you know, answering prayers for this child's life. So we said no. Then we got a call a week later, and it was yesterday, so it was like a little bit over a week. And we got all the information. I have a little process. I ask a bunch of questions, and the social worker kind of gives you their spiel as well. And then I say, hey, let me, you know, talk to my husband and just kind of see what he thinks. And we, you know, kind of pray. We don't really like pray, but we like in our heads are just saying, God, like, is this for us? Are we supposed to say yes? So praying just like in our minds about it, talking about what we've got going on, and how we might be able to make this work. And people are like, well, I feel like people are like, well, you signed up for foster care, so why can't you just make it work? And it's like, well, depending, I wish I could give like a situational reference, but it's like, if Zachary and I both have obligations throughout our day that we just literally can't miss. Now, that being said, like, if the right placement comes along, you know, we probably are gonna have to miss work and, you know, do all those kinds of things. But these 2 placements how do I say this without giving any information away? Just know that these placements were not for, I don't know, they were, I don't know what to say, but I'm trying to be as real and honest as I can be. We just kind of looked at, we looked at the situation, and I kind of want to, I'll give a situation really quick. Like, it'd be like, say it was me and Zachary had to travel, and we got a call for 5 kids. And Zachary's like, well, I'm going to be traveling for 3 weeks. My dog is dreaming. I don't know if y'all hear him, but he's like barking in his dream. Sorry. But what if Zachary's like, well, I'll be traveling for 3 weeks, and the social worker's like, well, I have 5 children. Do y'all want to take them? And I'm like, well, my husband's going to be traveling for 3 weeks. That's just, no, we can't take that. And now, these weren't as on that extreme of a level, but it's just that kind of mindset of, like, you have to think about your family. And you have to think about, like, for us, we have to think about our marriage first, and we have to think about kind of where we are career-wise, where we are just personally. And so these just were not, they were just not the right placements. And it was very, very hard to say no, and I feel guilty about it. And not, like, bogged down by guilt, but just, like, you feel guilty, like, for a good couple hours afterwards. Like you just want to, you want to take everyone in. You do. Especially when you have a heart for children. But it's just not, it just was not the right thing to do. So, if you want to know more about that, because I feel like people might not understand that, but it's like, say, you were trying to plan to have a baby or something like that, and you were just kind of looking, like, 6 months ahead and saying, like, this financially, this is, and maybe not even financially, but just like, because God can work in all circumstances, but you're just kind of looking ahead and saying, I just don't know that this is the right time, or, like, in my spirit, I don't feel like it's the right time for us. So, or if you were thinking about moving or any kinds of things like that, it's very similar to that, but you have 10 minutes to make the decision. So we said no to 2, and now we're waiting again, and we're gonna get placement, and it's gonna work out, and everything's gonna be great. I truly believe that. But to give that update, we're licensed, we're waiting, and it will happen soon. And maybe the next time we update you, we have a placement, and we'll be able to share more on what placement looks like, and what maybe, like, picking up the child looks like, all that kind of stuff. So if you have questions about foster care, if you have questions about anything that I discussed during this video, just let me know, and I'd be happy to help and happy to answer your questions. And happy Sunday, everyone, and happy week. Love all of you. Talk to you soon.